Willkommen. My name is Sean Huggins. I'm an American living in Germany, and on this channel, I'm looking to learn all about life in Germany through watching silly videos and stuff on the internet with you guys. So let's get straight into it. Today we have Learning German, German Language Hacks by Meet the Germans. Let's get into it. I'm actually very excited about this. Every little bit helps when learning German, so this will be good for me. Let's see.
Does learning German sometimes make you feel like this? Or well, I feel you. So I've put together some tips to get you through the rough
Definitiv.
patches. A few German language hacks to give you a little breather along this journey we call Deutsch lernen.
Let's do this.
The nemesis of many a German learner, articles.
Ooh,
Der,
yes.
die,
Oh
or
my
das.
gosh.
46% of German
That's
nouns
the
are
hardest
feminine,
thing I think for me.
34% masculine, and 20% neuter.
So statistically, if in doubt, D is your best bet.
Oh.
But it turns out there are a few general rules to give you a little bit of guidance while taking a wild guess. You can usually use der for seasons, days of the week and months, compass directions, weather, alcohol, except beer, that's das. And now feminine words, numbers, and fruit. Of course, there are some exceptions, like it's der Apfel. Why do it be so difficult?
Ja, genau.
And finally, neuter words. Use das for colors, letters, and materials. Like wood or metal.
Should I be taking notes?
Word endings
I think I should be taking notes.
About a noun's gender. Screenshot this table to practice this part later.
Whoa! Let's take a look at this. Dude, I never saw anything like this before. If I could just study this table, then I can hopefully get the der die das right, usually, which is better than never getting it right, which is how I feel like I probably do things now because I'm very bad with remembering der die das. Dude, this is amazing. I need to actually start taking notes on this stuff. This is a great video already.
One of my pet hates about German is the way numbers are formed. It's not 64, but 4 and 16.
Oh, dude, don't even get me started on numbers in German.
Even worse, because you have to jump from the hundreds back to the units
Dude.
and then to the tens.
Dude.
245.
Hey,
200.
Germany. What's the deal with your numbers, man? What are you doing? What are you doing? Come on. Get your stuff together, Germany.
105 and 40. That makes no sense. So here's my tip. If you're taking down a number, don't write the digits too close together. Always leave a gap on either side so you're ready for any surprises.
46. 107.
Das war's?
Ja.
Oh.
104
Das war.
und 90.
When reading long
Dude,
numbers like telephone numbers,
that's
some
a
Germans
really
like
good
to spice
idea.
things
Why
up
did
a
I
bit
never
by
think of
switching
that?
between
I'm
using
stupid.
Single digits and longer numbers.
01765
Uh-huh.
26 88 749.
Oh, dang. I'm glad I don't need to take down people's phone numbers very often because, yeah, that would have been tough for me to just do right off the top of my head like that. Man, German numbers are very confusing to me. Also because I'm dyslexic, so I already flip numbers around in my head all the time, and then you have to do that like on purpose in German, and then I think that that's not right, but then it is right, but then, oh, dude, don't even get me started. But I think I'm actually getting used to it pretty well. Like, I'm doing pretty good with my numbers in German, but it did take some time to like get used to like flipping the last two numbers in my head and like all that stuff. But, you know, it is what it is.
If you're in a conversation with a German and you're not really following what's going on, fear not. There are several words you can just throw in between some nodding and interested facial expressions.
No way.
In order to not give the game away that you've got no idea what's going on.
Dude, no way. Dude. This is what I do. Dude, wow, holy crap. Okay, this is so funny. I picked up so quickly like all of these extra filler words in German to the point where I was like a week into living in Germany and I knew no German, but I could just pretend through like reading people's facial expressions and their gestures and stuff. I would just be like, ach so, ja, genau, ja, Definitiv. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, I could just have a whole conversation with people and have no idea what they're talking about, and they would leave being like, cool. I still do this a little bit today. I definitely understand a heck of a lot more. Like, my German is coming along pretty okay, but, you know, sometimes you just gotta throw a couple words out there like, ja, genau. And you don't really know what you're saying, but, you know, you just gotta keep the conversation flowing. Sometimes you just gotta still do that. Ja, genau.
Firstly, the more vague terms. Interessant.
Ja.
Echt?
Echt?
Ach so. Play around
Dude,
with your
I picked up all these words like the first week of living here, and dude, yeah, it's so funny. I love this video. This is so great.
intonation to express surprise. Ach so. Or understanding. Ach so. If you get the impression that your conversation partner is looking for some positive feedback or affirmation from you,
Dude,
there are some perfect
what I'm
words
talking
that you
about.
can use to express that you are in agreement with what they're saying, whatever that might be. Stimmt, genau.
Genau.
And finally, if you're actually brave enough to try and
love it.
formulate full sentences, but you need to buy yourself a little more thinking time between words, I've got just the thing. So is essentially the German
So.
equivalent of the modern like in English, if you know what I mean. Ich hab so nicht wirklich so nachgedacht, weißt du? Just throw a few in while you try and remember the next word. Then there's halt. That usually means stop. But you might notice Germans using it in weird places. Und ich hab halt gesagt, das ist halt total bescheuert. Aber das ist halt einfach so. So in this case, it doesn't mean stop.
I don't know if I've actually heard people. I probably did actually, but I never noticed it. I need to start listening out for halt now. I need to start paying more attention to that. I have to keep my ears out for that one from now
Help
on.
you sound like a local. If you've got any more German language hacks,
It'll
then
help
share
you
them with
sound
me.
like a
And
local.
we've got loads
So
more.
if you add halt to your sentences, you start to sound like a local. I need to start doing that. See, this is perfect. This is my next step. I got the genau, the ach so. I got a couple of these tools in my toolbox. Now I can add halt. Dude, I'm going to be fluent without being fluent in no time, dude. This is awesome. Dude, I love videos like that. That was such a great video. Anything that I could do to help me with my German, like, I'm going for it. I don't think that learning German is like that much more difficult than learning any other language. I think it just takes time and consistency, and you just have to like study and practice and use the language, and then you just learn it over time. But I think learning any new language is hard, and I think German has a bad rap for being like super difficult, and I don't know, I think every language is difficult. English is difficult, and that's the only language I do know, and I barely know that one. So, but at any rate, be sure to check out some more videos. Check out my main channel, my other socials linked down below in the description. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.